One pharmacy is closing its doors in Houston, Missouri, and another pharmacy across town is already preparing for more customers.
Ashley Berry joins us with details on the closure of Hutchison Pharmacy and the impact it has on the Texas County community. Ashley?
That's right. People in Texas County will soon have one less place to fill their prescriptions. I'm told by pharmacy leaders that this closure comes as hundreds of small Missouri rural pharmacies have lost their pharmacies in the last 2 decades. Open sign that will soon go dark in Houston.
Pharmacy is one of your leading healthcare providers, so to see pharmacies close is never a good thing.
As Hutchison Pharmacy prepares to close its doors, patients need somewhere else to go. And Jeremy Rennie of Forbes Pharmacy says he's already welcoming them.
We've seen an influx of people. There's just 2 pharmacies over there now, so people have the choice between us at Forbes Pharmacy as the independent or going to Walmart.
In a statement on its website, Texas County Memorial Hospital says manufacturing restrictions, staffing shortages, and changing patient use led to the decision, while the pharmacy was also operating above budget. TMCH CEO Bill Bridges says closing the pharmacy will allow it to redirect money to other healthcare services. Meanwhile, Missouri has seen a broader decline in small pharmacies.
Lost over 200 small community pharmacies since I've been here. So in the last 24 years, we had a little over 600. Now we're down below 400.
Missouri Pharmacy Association CEO Ron Fitzwater blames much of that decline on pharmacy benefit managers, or PBMs. He says these middlemen manage prescription plans, but often reimburse local pharmacies less than what the drugs actually cost.
Sometimes in the networks that they sign into, they're forced to take scripts that they know they're not going to get reimbursed. Even the cost of the drug, much less their professional fee.
Now, the association is pushing Missouri lawmakers for stronger regulation of PBMs. For those affected by Hutchison's closure, Rennie says his focus now is making the transition as smooth as possible.
We're trying to make it as easy as possible on the employees and the customers. Just try to keep everybody at ease to let them know that we're gonna take good care of them as we move forward here.
Well, Hutchison Pharmacy will officially close its doors this Friday. Texas County Memorial Hospital says patients with active prescriptions are getting help transferring their medication to any pharmacy that they choose. In Houston, Ashley Berry, KY3 News.